Good afternoon. How would you like to make $50 a day for doing nothing? Sitting on the couch, just relaxing, playing video games, or doing whatever it is that you do. I'm not here to judge. Well, that's what this thing's all about. Today we're talking about the Goldshell XT Box. It's a money printing mean machine that cost about $2,000. Let's get into this thing. Okay, so this is the new latest and greatest miner from Goldshell. They make a whole bunch of stuff, and this particular one mines for Tari, which you probably haven't even heard of. It is XTM. It uses the SHA-3X algorithm, and this thing just prints money. This is the most profitable miner you can possibly buy, at least right now. And the best thing about it, the absolute best thing about it, is you can plug it in right at home. You can put it right next to your bed if you want to, although you probably wouldn't want to because it's got these giant fans on it. And so unless you like the white noise all night long, you might not want this thing by your bed. But who knows? Maybe you do. But this thing uses 400 watts, which is equivalent of like, 3 NerdQX pluses. Not much at all. And so it's very energy efficient. It gets 580 gigahashes a second. And it just mines Tari left and right, man. Check this thing out. So if you go to miningnow.com, which has a list of all the miners that are available to purchase and their levels of profitability, number one on the list here is the Goldshell XT Box. Again, this is a $2,000 device. Number two on the list is going to be this right here, the Bitmain Antminer S23. It's a Bitcoin miner, and this thing is going to cost you $30,000. And not only that, it's going to use an incredible amount of electricity. So it's going to cost you about 30 grand. Oh, you can find a deal here for 28,000. Not bad. It's going to cost, about $21 a day to run this thing. That's if you have 8 cent per kilowatt hour electricity. That's not right. Nobody has that. Maybe you do if you've got solar or live out in the middle of nowhere or something. But let's say at 11 cents, you're going to spend almost $30 a day in electricity. So you're going to spend 30 in electricity, but you're going to make $30 profit. So a total of 60 bucks minus 30, you end up with 30. So $30,000 device, it's going to get you 30 bucks a day in profit. That's not too great. I mean, it's okay if you got that kind of money, but it's going to take you a while to get your return on the investment. Versus something like this here, this Goldshell, this thing uses, let's see, at 11 cents, you're going to use $1.06. This is all USD, by the way. We're talking American dollars, not your Australian dollars, not your Canadian dollars, but your all American United States dollars. So you're going to make $51 in profit every day. You're going to spend $1 a day in electricity, and you're going to net $50.69. That is a total, after your electricity costs, of $18,502. That's unreal. So you're telling me I spend $2,000 and now I'm making $18,000 a year with this beautiful little Goldshell machine? Wow, that is outstanding. Pretty cool. There's always two sides to every coin, and we're going to get into that here in just a second. But right now, let's see. What is the difficulty here for this whole thing? So we're going to go take a look at Tari. Tari 3X. The difficulty right now is 100.76 G. This thing's trading at 0.0002 cents is the value of one Tari token. So they're practically worthless, but this thing doesn't make a whole bunch of money. Right now, there are 5 mining pools that you can use, so not many pools at all. This is a pretty new project. There aren't a lot of miners for it. This is a brand new, great type of thing. Now, here's the deal. As this gets more popular, and as people start to mine for this, a couple of things are going to happen. Number one, the network difficulty is going to go up, so that profit per day is going to go down. And that's all going to be dependent upon how much people really get into this. So how many people start going out and buying these things? How many people start mining for this? How many people have even heard of it, I guess, is the big thing. I imagine it's going to start to catch quite a bit of attention just based on the fact that it's on that number one spot on ASIC mining profitability. So let's say you're thinking about getting into crypto mining and you go to this list. Naturally, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on number one because you just want to see what is this crazy device that's making 50 bucks a day. And then you're going to click on it and realize, you got to be kidding me. This thing is $2,000. $2,000, and it's the most profitable miner. Wow, why haven't I gotten into mining a long time ago? That's that's probably going to spur some excitement, spur a little bit of interest, and get some people to get their credit cards out or spend some Bitcoin or whatever it is to buy some of these things. And then things are going to change a little bit. But for right now, as it stands, if you had one of these things sitting in your house, you're making $51 every single day. And I don't know how long that's going to last, but you know, if you think about it, if this thing is $2,000, then okay, so what is that, 40 days that you have to go until this thing pays itself off? That's pretty cool. So after 40 days, you've got a free miner. And at $1 a day to run, no big deal at all. So you're spending $1 a day and you're mining away. And if it starts to drop after that, let's say it gets cut in half, you're still making $25 a day, which still puts you up at that like $30,000 miner level. But we just don't know. We have no way to know how long that $50 is going to stay. We have no way of knowing how low it's going to go. And we don't know, we don't know anything about this thing. We don't know if these devices are total pieces of shit. They may be, they may not be. It's not until there's a whole bunch of them in the hands of real people that are able to test them, to get on Reddit or get on YouTube or whatever the case and talk about what they love, what they hate, customer service, technical issues or product failures or whatever the case is. So we're waiting on all that stuff, but that, only time will tell as far as that's concerned. I'm hoping that this is a good device. I don't know much at all about Goldshell, to be honest with you. I have heard of them, don't have any of their products. I don't know anybody who does. But Goldshell is certainly going to get a little more publicity thanks to this right here. So it's pretty cool. I am going to go ahead and buy one because I like to gamble in a way, and it's cool. And I'm just going to hope and pray that at least for 40 days, this thing will crank away, mining away, making some money, and I can have the thing pay itself off. After that, if it goes down to $3 or $4 a day, that's really okay. I mean, it wouldn't be ideal, but let's say $5 a day. I'd be pretty happy just making $5 a day to have this little thing running. I spend $1 on electricity, so $4 every single day. It just accumulates all year long for however long this machine runs. I like the idea of that, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. Here's one of the things I'm a little concerned about. So this is a United States specific issue, but we're having all kinds of trouble with tariffs right now. And at the latest little bit of news I heard is that Trump, our president, who makes some questionable decisions sometimes, I'm not here to get into politics. That's not what my channel's about. I don't know if you love Trump. I don't know if you hate Trump. And quite frankly, I don't really care. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as the mining world's concerned, these tariffs seem to teach me a lesson, the American consumer. They don't teach China a lesson. They don't teach other people a lesson. They teach me a lesson. And I don't need to be taught a lesson. For instance, I was all excited about getting the new Bitbox 02 Nova wallet. It's a Swiss-made Bitcoin wallet. Very nice. And I like the idea of having a Swiss-made electronic device. I think that's really cool. It cost $170, so I bought one. Then I get an email from UPS, and UPS says, hey, you owe us $75. And I'm like, UPS, what do I owe you $75 for? And they say, well, I'll tell you, it's for a tariff. And so now all of a sudden, my $170 miner now, gets this extra $75. So now it's a $240, not miner, but wallet. So now $170 wallet turns into a $245 wallet, which makes it very expensive compared to something like a Blockstream Jade or a Trezor 5 or, one of those types of things. And so, that just is what it is. But let's say in this particular case, this thing is $2,000 and they have a 100% tariff on it. So am I going to get an email from UPS that says, okay, you owe us a 100% tariff, so give us another $2,000. All of a sudden that's a $4,000 miner. And now I'm really gambling because at $2,000, let's ride it out. Let's see what happens. But at $4,000, I'm really hoping that we can push that $50 a day or 40 or even 30 for quite a while, so I'm able to just at least cover the investment. Once the thing covers its investment and it's essentially free, it's not that I don't care what happens, but I don't have as much skin in the game. I've made the money back. It's just, somebody's giving me a free miner. It's sitting there for free. And if this thing goes to absolutely worthless and it's not generating any money at all, and I don't want to spend $1 a day to keep it running, I can just unplug it, no big deal. But I haven't lost any money. But my whole mode of operation is I'm trying to make money. I don't want to lose money at all. I'm trying to make as much money as I can so I can take that and invest it into projects and things that will help my future and the future of the ones I love, my family members, and help to facilitate the things that I want to do in life. So what I don't want to do is light money on fire or throw it away. Not at all. And $4,000, that just causes me to take essentially twice the gamble with it. So I have gotten in touch with the folks at Goldshell. I am going to read a little bit more about this new tariff that Trump is deciding to impose, because here's what I'm concerned about. If this thing is going to be 100%, when does that tariff go into effect? Does it go into effect today? And then all of a sudden, you know, if this thing ships out tomorrow, I'm going to have to pay the tariff? Is it something that's going to happen in 3 weeks and they ship this thing out in a week and so I'm able to, you know, squeeze it in before the tariff happens? I don't know. So I've got to figure all that out. I think, you know, it says handling time, 14 working days. So 3 weeks essentially. So I've got to figure out, do we have enough time to get this thing shipped out? So hopefully what they can do is I can pay a little bit more money to have them ship it quick, and hopefully we've got a little bit of time before they impose that or implement, I guess, this 100% tariff and see what happens from there. If we can squeeze it in beforehand, I'm going to buy one. $2,000, I'm game. Let's do it. Let's buy one. If it's going to be $4,000, I got to give it some more thought because I don't expect this thing. I don't know. There's so many variables here. There's so many things to consider on this thing. Again, it could go either way. People could look at this and go, what the hell is Tari? I'm not going to get involved with it. I want to mine Bitcoin. On the other hand, you know, some very popular mining influencer could get on YouTube and start talking all about this thing. I think Red Panda already made a video on it, some others. And that could get people excited. And they, you know, they're thinking like I am. I'll spend the $2,000. I'll make it back in 40 days. What do I care afterwards? And so we'll have to see what happens here. So I'm waiting to find out when the tariff is going to happen. I'm waiting to find out when they can actually ship this thing. When I get the answer to those two questions, because I don't have that information now, I will post a comment and I will pin that comment in this video right on the top so you can see what the news is in case you're thinking about buying one of these things. But my suggestion is, I don't know, let's give it a go. Now, I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here because what I should do is just shut the hell up about it, buy one of these things, and mine away, and try not to just spit it all out over the internet. Let everybody know what's going on, because like I said, the more people who get involved with this, the less profit I personally am gonna make if I buy one of these miners. But I'm not trying to gatekeep stuff, and not only that, I have like a few hundred subs on YouTube. I've been at this for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, I don't know, making videos, and so I'm a nobody on YouTube. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. If every one of my subs, or the folks that's, I don't know, is that what you even call them? The people who subscribe to my channel, 200 people go out and buy this, it's not going to change the face of things much. It's not going to hurt things much. Now, if 100,000 people go out and buy these things, totally different story. So we'll see what happens. But overall, yeah, it's a cool looking little device. It's just a black box. Got some fans on one end. It's got some honeycomb stuff going on the other end. It's kind of cool looking, nothing, you know, very nondescript. I don't know how big it is. I'd like to see the dimensions on this thing, which I don't think they actually list anywhere. I don't think they do. So I don't know if this thing is like 6 feet tall. That'd be funny if it was. They just show up and the guy's like a forklift and the thing's like this tall and my wife is like, what the hell is that? More Bitcoin miners? Ah! That's not how my wife talks, but you know, you get the point. Or is this thing like a little tiny shoebox or something? I don't know. There's so many things I don't know, and you may be thinking, if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, Ryan, why are you standing here telling me about it? You're not qualified. Maybe I'm not. But I do have the news, and I have thought through this, and so I'm voicing my opinions and concerns and excitement and all that stuff. That's kind of the point of this video here. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Are you going to buy one of these things? Do you think it's a good idea? Are you already mining for this SHA-3X token here? I don't know. Let me know. I would be very interested to know. You know, this thing, okay, so this thing actually looks like it's pretty small because if you look at the picture here, you can see the Ethernet port up on the top right. And you know, the Ethernet port is like that big. So based on scale, this thing would be like maybe, I don't know, a couple iPhones tall maybe. Not even that. iPhone and a half. Looks very small. Really cool. Yeah, I want to buy one. I really want to buy one. So I'm going to buy one. Anyway, I'll post a link to where to buy this thing down in the comments. If you're interested in reading about it or learning about it or want to purchase one, you can do that. I'll also post a link to these things here. This is mining now. ASIC Marketplace, ASIC Miner Value rather, is not ASIC Marketplace. That's something different. That's a vendor. ASIC Miner Value is cool too. I like mining now, although they're like pretty much the exact same thing. You know what I'll do? Because I'm such a nice guy. I'll post links to both of these things. And that way you can get on here and you can click on this and you can read about these miners. You can also, up in the top right here, I don't know if you can see. So above where it says on the top right, you can't see my cursor. Manufactured by Goldshell. Here, I don't know if you can see highlighted at the very top here. It says 11 cents per kilowatt hour. Figure out what you pay for electricity, and then you can plug in your own personal electricity cost into this here, and you can figure it out. You can also change it based on your currency. There are a whole bunch of different options here. So if you don't want to use USD, you can use whatever else, and you can figure out things that way. Again, how much you're going to spend on electricity, how much this thing is going to cost you, how much profit you're going to make, all that stuff. So anyway, that's why I like this. But yeah, let's see what happens with this thing. So here's my to-do list after this video. I will drop some links in the description. I will do a little bit more research, and I will post a comment about when they can ship these things out, as well as what's going on here in the United States with the tariffs. And then if I decide to buy one, you know that I will make a video doing a little unboxing. We'll talk about it. Hopefully when this thing gets plugged in. Oh my gosh, the real-time mining profit just dropped 1 cent. It's dropping. We got to get this thing right. Thank God, it went back up. Okay, I will be talking about it, and I'll make like a YouTube short every single day just saying, here's what we made again with the Goldshell XT box. Although, again, it's probably not the best idea because the cat's out of the bag at that point. Everybody knows about it. So anyway, that is the Goldshell XT box money printing SHA-3X mining machine. It's very cool. I don't know, let's buy one and make some money. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll do the best I can to answer you. Although in this particular topic, you probably know as much as I do at this point because I just told you everything that I know. And, if you have questions about other stuff, though, happy to answer that. You can always send me a message on Instagram, too, if you want to connect, since you can't send me a message here. Let's say you want to ask me a question about, smaller Bitcoin miners or what I'm mining today or why or which pool I want to use, whatever the case. I don't care. Happy to help you. That's all I got. Have a great day.